G'day guys, welcome to the budget bike build, the Virago 250. Now you'll most probably notice that was a bike here, but it ain't there anymore. I've got all the bits and pieces that I've got to paint up. Let's go over and have a look at the Virago in the man cave. Rightio guys, so in this bloody episode, I want to get the front tyre on and the brake, the handlebars, the shocks, the rear wheel, and hopefully we'll most probably get to some other bits and pieces. Now from last week I was talking about the brakes. Did I talk about it? I didn't? No. I'm going to show you some footage to do with the front brake caliper, whatever the hell you call that thing. And then I'm going to bring you up here because, you know, the shock bloody issue that we had, I've had some bits and pieces come in, so watch this footage and then come back. Rightio guys, so we might be having a win here. You remember from last week, I had this, that's the whole front brake setup. Had that sitting over here in the Kero wash, just sitting in there. Gave it a bit of a swish around. And then this morning what I've done is I've just got all these bloody scrubby bits and pieces. Scrubbed all over it, so now I can actually see what's going on. But I've now, these have started to free up, so I'm going to put you on the tripod and I'll show you. Rightio, so basically what I'm going to do is just act as if the brake's going on, and as you can see we have movement. So not is all lost with this, so what I've got to do now is take out these pads and then get more in there and try and clean it up as much as possible, and we'll see where we are at the end of that. Rightio guys, so this is what we're up to with the brake situation. We've been stuffing around. I had to get Matt to give me a bloody hand because he's done plenty of these on his cars, and they're fairly bloody similar, aren't they?
It's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, I mean what you said, and that's what's happened.
Yeah, it's the same exact system, just smaller.
Yeah, so I've got a broken, that one there, that's a broken, that's the, what's that, the sliding pin or whatever it is?
Guide pins.
So that would,
the caliper slide in and out.
Do that again?
Do that.
So that would have got all dry, and I think Matt noticed that, was it that one or no, that one?
Yeah, that one.
That one there, it was uneven, wearing unevenly. But also one side of these, this is what comes out, that's the, well, it goes in that way.
Yeah.
These sitting there, like that. Your oil is in there, and that pushes the pressure, which pushes these things and then clamps these two things together. And this one here wasn't popping out evenly with the big one. We've got pitting on these, if that's focused, where the rust is after cleaning it all up. So we're working out whether we just get a seal kit for it and then redo it and see what happens, which I think we're going to do, because
it's $25 for the seals versus $100 for the new caliper.
Ah, right, yeah. So I think that's what we'll do. Give it a whirl. That'll be just a learning experience. I mean, I've never done I've never done this before.
Everything's a learning
experience. Yeah, everything's a learning experience for me. And if that doesn't work, we've only lost $25 and then we'll have to go get a new bloody caliper. Cool. Beauty. Rightio guys, so I wanted you to see that footage of the filling around that we did with that brake. So what I've done, when we worked out the cost to buy the new seals, it's the seal kit, buy the new pads, hopefully after doing that, putting it all back together, it should work properly. But we had that pitting on those piston pieces, so I just thought for $122.95 from badbobbers.com.au, I've got a brand new, the whole kit and caboodle's got obviously it's brand new, everything's brand new, the seal's brand new, the pads are bloody brand new. $122.95, and the cost of doing it the other way was not too far off that. Now, also given the fact of safety, it's your front brake, your main bloody brake, you don't want it to bloody fail. So I thought, bugger it, we'll just do it. So that's what we've done. So, bad boy bobbers, that's bloody what came in the thing with it. Like I said, it's not sponsorship, but hey, I got a sticker. All right, let's get into the shocks. Rightio guys, so now the shock absorber saga. So, as you guys saw, that's that odd pair that got sent from China. They cost me $89. Now, so I contacted the Chinese guy. He said, no worries, he'll send them. And I thought, oh, they're going to take, they'll bloody take a month to friggin' get here. So I ordered some new ones. So I ordered off eBay from a place up in Brisbane, which is Queensland, Australia. And I got the shocks. So here they are. That's the shocks. And of course, there are two of them and they are identical. Now, these shocks are very similar to the original ones, and when I got those the Chinese ones, they had the silver chrome thing that came down over there, and I liked that look. Anyway, what bloody well happened is these turned up in the morning, and then in that same day in the afternoon the replacement ones turned up from China. So I don't know how the hell they did that, or whether they have a warehouse here in Sydney or something, I don't know. So these ones that are coming from China, you can see that they are a little bit taller, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. So just so that we can see that they are both. So these both turn up. It's got the same little A thing, whatever in there. But yeah, that's what they are. So it's a set. I've just put them on the bike and I got Nate to look at it, and we've decided to go with these ones from China. They just look better. I'm going to give you a shot just so you can have a look as well. So what I'm going to do is I'll just bundle these back up. I'll chuck them on eBay and see if I can sell them off close to what I paid for them. Maybe drop it a little bit just to get rid of them. That means that I've got those odd ones, and I was thinking, what could I do? Maybe I can make some stools, workshop stools out of those shocks. Use me welder, muck around. Cool. All right, let's have a look. Rightio guys, we'll whack this on here just so you got a bit of an idea. I forgot to mention these were $113 off eBay from Australia, as opposed to $89. So not a huge difference, but at the end of the day, the ones from China ended up being all right. I buy a lot of stuff off eBay and I really never have any problems, and when I do have a problem, hey presto, it was fixed. So don't think that eBay and getting from China is a bad thing. Alright, so that's, can you see that? So you got that look there, then we got that look there. So in my opinion, and nay, I like having this beefier bit up here. I think that's what we're going with. Rightio guys, so I have found my little bag where I wrote where the bolts were for the shocks. I'm going to give all these a little bit of a clean up, and then we'll whack the shocks on. And the magic of video, they're all cleaned up. Rightio, so these shocks are identical. So it doesn't matter. I'm choosing to have the blank side facing out. Whatever that means. Beautiful. That over that. That should go straight in there. Rightio guys, so that's it. The shocks are on, they're all done up, they're all tight, all cleaned up. Brilliant. I'm going to jump from there and put the handlebars on. So that means these things that have got the clamps, bar clamps that got painted, they get slotted in there. That one in there. Now I've just got to go find the nuts and also wires to make sure that they don't unwind, obviously. Cool. Rightio guys, so I'm just whacking these. I've got these nuts, they're all very pitted and rusted. They've all been cleaned up. I'm going to have to spray some protection stuff on them to stop them from just bloody re-rusting. So I'm going to leave that, actually, Just leave that a bit loose till I get this bar in. Once the bar's in, loosen that one off as well. Then once it's in the right position, we can then tighten these up. And I don't have any wire for those bits, so that was on the bike. So I'm going to I'll get some wire and put something through there. Even though these are nylock nuts, I'll do that anyway. Rightio guys, so now for the bar. Woohoo! This will be the first time I've actually seen this properly on the bike. That's got to go there. I'll reach around here, grab these, that in there, that one in there. Hopefully that'll stay there for the minute. I'll bring you guys around. Cool, so like this one on over here. Oh yeah, that's it. Alright, so I think just going to have to play with it at the minute. I'll just get it rough. Oh, loosen that off. Try and get it center. There's no markings to get this center at all. About there. And put our little chromey things back in there just for now. Beautiful, looks like $1 million. Rightio guys, so there it is. They are on. And I'm looking at these and I'm going, man, they look small. I just got the old pair out and they're most probably, the old pair comes about that far out. But obviously it's a whole totally different setup. So, we'll just see how all that goes on there. I've wired these up, so I've got a bit of plastic coated wire that's fed through there, just as a safety precaution. If it was my bike, I most probably would not have worried about it, but they had a slot for it. Now, I don't know whether they've had these nylon ones put on there after the fact, but anyway, I've sprayed a bit of SC1 over all this, so that'll just keep that protected for a little while anyway. Rightio, so now the next step is to get the rear wheel and the front wheel on. Now I'm not going to show the process of doing that. Obviously I'll get the shafts, I'm going to clean all them up, grease them, and put the rear wheel and the front wheel. I'll put the chain on. I think I bug it up. I have to take that rear sprocket off, shock off to get the chain in the right position. But I'll get all that done because I want you guys to see it when it goes boom, there's the two black wheels on there, and not just kind of like creep up on it. If you know what I'm talking about, alright, I'm going to come back to you and it's going to be sitting there with two wheels on. Rightio guys, are you ready to see the bloody bike? It's now night time. I'm clocking off for the night. I'll come back to you in the morning because you'll most probably get a better look at it. I'll show you the bike and then I'll explain I had a few issues along the way because I'm a dickhead. Booyah! There you go guys, little Lucifer is standing up all by himself. So, rear tyre on. Now what did I just messing around with these old school, I'm calling it bloody old school shit. I'm so used to the DR650 and it's just so simple. They have that little twisty thing and you can get that side and the other side and get everything all nice and straight. But it's all done, chains on, no problems. So I just had a lot of cleaning up of the shafts and bits and pieces. I had trouble getting this thing through. It went through there, but when it got to this bit here, it was like it was, I don't know, hitting against metal. All it was there was a layer of paint on the inside, so I just got some sandpaper and just did it in, and then hey presto, went straight through. So if you spray paint and stuff like that, it's amazing how much, you know, a thin piece of paint can, you know, muck around with that. Brakes all on. Obviously, as this, you know, when we're getting it ready to go out on the road, I'll do all finer, you know, what do you call it, tune-ups with the brake. I've tested it, it obviously brakes, but I've got to push down a fair way for it to brake, so worry about that later. The front tyre went on, not a problem, but you'll notice I've got all this stuff on up here, so I had to put this on and I had to put that on because I had to put that in there. I was a bloody dickhead. I was putting this front tyre on, and as I'm going, the thing's coming out the other, and I'm going, what the hell's going on? And I forgot I had to put this bloody thing on. I mean, it doesn't matter how many times you do these things, you just do stupid shit sometimes. Yeah, so obviously, oh, that was the other problem. I knew there was more problems. I'm thinking, hang on, there was more problems. The mounting bracket for this, when I painted all this, I put it on backwards. So I had to undo all this to then put the mounting bracket around to be able to mount it on there. And the same with this thing, I had the mounting bracket around the wrong way and trying to work out, it wouldn't bloody, I couldn't sit that thing here. And it was just all, I had to get Nay out here and then it finally dawned on me that I had it all asked about. So it took me a little bit longer than what I bloody well expected. So, but anyway, it's all there. Everything is smicko. I'm really happy with it. So tomorrow I'll give you a proper look at it. I think you saw it okay, but I'll get a little bit more done on it before we close this video. There'll be some stuff up the front. Might even get the light on and all that kind of stuff. Some brackets and shit to do. Oh, and I've got to get that exhaust. I've got to go buy the wrap to get it wrapped. I want to get it wrapped before I put it on the bike. I was just looking at the bike and I was saying to Nate, oh geez, I don't know, is it too black? I mean, I like the black look and it looks really cool, but I was wondering once all the other bits or everything's black, it might be too black. I don't know, but I think once you're going to have white wrap coming down and white wrap coming down there and then the black exhaust out through there. So I think it should be all right. You know I love black, but sometimes you can have too much of it. All right, I'll see you in the morning. Rightio guys, so it's now the next day. It's not the next morning. I ended up bloody stuffing my back. I overdid it and I'm having trouble bloody looking down. All right, now, so I've been doing little bits and pieces. Here we go. Rightio, so there we go guys. So that's in the daylight. Now I've gone ahead and done, I've got the caliper on down around there. If you look at that. I don't mind that gold on there, it doesn't look too bad at all. So obviously all this has all been cleaned up. All this wire, this was all rusty, but I just used the wire brush thing on it, and then I've just put a coat of SC1 on that. And I think whoever gets this, if they just keep putting bloody SC, just spraying the SC1 on it, I think that'll just keep it from re-rusting. That's a guess, but I reckon that'll be a good thing. Now you might just notice there, so I've got the light in there with the blinkers, so the front blinkers are now on. And I reckon Matt's here, and everybody who's hopefully you can see that. I'm having struggle looking through this bloody viewfinder, but I think those blinkers work really, really well on it. So what else have I done? Oh, that's that. So I've got that to go up to the master cylinder. Rightio, so stuff out here, that's the master cylinder. This all has to be cleaned up a little bit more. I've wire brushed that, so it's the same as this side. This has to be painted. That has to be painted, like just the mounting parts and that. These won't get painted. Still got to do the exhaust, and of course, all this has to be done now. So I'm very excited to get all this stuff off, and the leftover lights and stuff which are in there. But Matt went and grabbed this tank and he put it on the bike, and then we grabbed the seat which is up over there, and we had that, put that on the bike. Oh my god, we're all going, holy shit, how do we not sell this? Do I just shut down the channel and just say nothing and we just keep the bike? It's just coming up so good. Yeah, it's bloody crazy. So I'm very excited for that. I wasn't going to show you guys that because that'll just come with the stuff. But so far, it's looking pretty bloody cool. I'm really happy with it. Rightio guys, so there you go. That is it. This bloody episode is done and dusted. Like I just said a minute ago, I'm bloody so happy with the way, and with all the bloody effort that's gone into this bike, it's very gratifying that it's coming up like it. I'm going to show you some old pictures that are coming up now of all the cruddiness and the shittiness of this bike. So it's certainly come a bloody long way. Rightio guys, so next week we'll hopefully be into getting all that, prepping all that stuff to be painting all that kind of stuff. So yeah, and obviously a few more bits and pieces. All right guys, keep on riding. If you ain't riding, keep on keeping on.